Hey guys, welcome to another lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try these sausage and grits, cooked pork and beef sausages with yellow corn grits. This is Delicious Eats by Kardea Brown. Looks really good. I like the sausage and stuff. This is a 11-ounce meal or 312 grams. I can talk in a second. It was $5.94 at Walmart. Walmart's got a whole series of these new chef meals. So yeah. So you can find them at Walmart in the frozen section. 490 calories for the bowl. And there's your other info. And it says, everything I love about the South in a bowl. Smooth and creamy grits finished with butter and Parmesan cheeses. Then topped with sliced sausage, sweet bell peppers, and a low country style brown gravy. Sounds really, really good. Let's see. Microwave. I don't see any other direction there. It's just microwave. So place tray on a microwave safe plate. Vent corner and microwave for 3 minutes. I've never had to put one of these on a plate. Carefully remove plate from microwave and pull back film, stir, replace film, and then cook for another minute. So 3 minutes vented, 3 minutes, and then 1 minute after you stir it. So let's see, turn it down a little bit. There it is. I guess maybe they don't want, I'll put it on a plate, but I don't know that it makes any difference. It's hard to tell how much sausage you get. It looks like 3 or 4 pieces that I can see. So I'm gonna vent this. And I'm going to put it on a plate and get it in the microwave and I'll be back. Okay, so here it is out of the microwave. It looks really soupy. Yeah, it doesn't look as thick. Like there's the picture. You can see how thick it is around the edges. This is not very thick, and I have let it set for a minute. So I guess it's just a soupy grits is what that is. And I left it in there the full time, 3 minutes, stirred it up, and then 1 minute. Most of the smell you get from it is the sausage. Like I smell this this kind of sausage, and it tastes like a Louisiana gumbo kind of sausage. That's what it smells like. So I'm gonna let this cool off for just a little bit because I'm sure it's really, really hot. And yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so I think it's cooled off enough. I've blown on it for a little bit, so we'll see. So I've got sausage in the grits, and there's some peppers in there as well. So here we go. It's thicker in texture than you would have thought. It's almost like a potato soup. Like if you ever have potato soup, it looks really thin, but when you eat it, it's kind of really thick and creamy. That's kind of the texture this is. You do get the grainy texture of the grits. The grits are kind of grainy, kind of like cornmeal. Not as sharp as cornmeal, like texture-wise, like not grains of sand, but it's kind of gritty like cornmeal is. The texture is a lot finer than cornmeal is as well. I like the flavor of just the grits, and of course I can't avoid peppers. The peppers are everywhere, but I like just the flavor of the grits themselves, and the texture is really nice. I'm actually glad, you know, like on the front of this box, they really show them like thick, almost like mashed potatoes, really, really, really thick, with stuff laying on top of them, kind of dry. I'm actually glad they're not that dry. I actually like the texture of it being a little soupy. Don't mind it at all. So the texture for me is nice. I like it this way. I wouldn't want them dry and sticky and clumped up and glue-like. You know, I wouldn't like it like paste. I wouldn't like that. The sausage is like a, it's similar to like a regular just beef sausage, like a kielbasa or something like that. It's similar to that, but it's a little bit tougher than that. But it's not bad. It's got the skin on it that's kind of like tougher, and the sausage in the middle is a little more tender. You get lots of flavor from it. I mean, the sausage is definitely when you get a bite of the sausage, you taste it. That's for sure. You know it's sausage. The good thing is it's not like a spicy hot sausage. It's not like burn your throat or burn your tongue or anything like that. Some people might find it that way. I don't personally find any spice at all in there really. And the grits have a nice flavor too. Grits by themselves really don't have a lot of flavor, honestly. They're usually you put, like when Dad used to get them when I was a kid, and I used to eat them too. You put tons of salt, tons and tons of pepper and butter on them, and that's how you eat them. You could tell there's some seasonings in here, but I think it's mostly seasonings from the sausage. The grits themselves really don't have a lot of flavor, except when you eat them, you do get that creamy texture and a little bit of that cornmeal-y kind of flavor. And I think they have put some, I didn't look at the ingredients, but I think they have put some like butter or cream or something like that in the grits to make them a little nicer texture and flavor. And when I say cornmeal flavor, I don't mean, actually it really doesn't have a cornmeal flavor, it's more just a creamy flavor. It just has a cornmeal texture. Overall, I like this. It's not a meal I would get all the time. There's nothing wrong with it by any means, and there's tons of sausage in here, so you're gonna get a piece of sausage regularly. You may not get it in every bite, but that's okay because the flavor of the grits themselves are so good that you won't care necessarily, but the flavor really does all come from that sausage if you want stronger flavors. You may want to cut those in half and let them go a little bit further along than they would if you didn't cut them in half. I think this is good. I think you get a decent amount of sausage. Like I said, cut it in half if you wanted to go further. The flavors are good. The textures are fine. So glad it's not thick like in the picture. I think I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. I do like it. It's probably not one I would eat all the time, like I said, but it is definitely a good, like a comfort food, like a filling comfort food, because grits will fill you up. I don't know how long they last for, but they will fill you up pretty decent right at first. They may go away pretty quick and you get hungry in another 2 hours, but they fill you up pretty quick now. Yeah, overall I like it. 4 out of 5 for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.